This is day 1660 of the Arukh HaShulchan Yomi. Today we're supposed to be doing Simon Shin Sadi. I see if you download the Simon Shin Sadi Basiv Ches, but we did you download yesterday to finish the Simon. So today we're actually doing Shin Sadi Basiv out the Ches. It's in the Sun Avel, the prohibition of getting married for the Avel himself. Also, so Isha Kol Shloshim Yom, I feel below Suda, you're not allowed to get married all 30 days, even without a Suda. Then the Suda announced about Simcha because the wedding itself is a happiness. Basically, Ben Shubachar Amr makes him as if he's a bachelor or a widower, or Shanosim or whether he's marrying a woman who was never married before or a woman who has been widowed. Mask Gushasa F. Shari. If you take back a woman you divorce, it's possible, it's permissible to end shame is as simple as not considered to have simcha. Evidence for this that you allowed to marry the woman who had divorced even chal so therefore it doesn't count as a problem of not to intermingle two simchas. But the suda you can't make. After 30 days, mutter I feel aviv v'imo. It's mutter even you're still in abelos for father, mother. I feel also suda even to make a suda. Avagad l'shayt in abelos shloshim have a shleimasar chodesh v'imo. Even though by other abelos the status of 30 days is the same status for 12 months for father and mother. Kol nemes to be suing lower to chazal achmir by getting married. Chazal did not want to machmir. Chemes tzarich likachish because they have to get married. Also, so it's like a shakar for this in this respect they make other relatives. I feel so suda, therefore you even to make a suda. Practice said means that I feel avivim mamuta achashloshim less more unfortunate. It's permitted after 30 days during the 12 months is not explicit in the Gemara. Rashi Marif Mashmak Saslo came from Rashi in the Rif. Interesting from Rashi on the Rif. It's mashmal was not that way. We almost Gimel Dibra Shai Koso came Shem Rabbeinu Tam. I assume he means it's mutter name Rabbeinu Tam. Ayin Sham. The base. Ram Perik Bob didn't hey Ram wrote because of the arsa mutter to get engaged. It's Mr. I feel beyond Misa even the day that of the death of the relative. Chaim Pasuk Rabbi Yosef. Because of Hushaloya says Suda, it's we don't make a meal. And I can't over Shloshim let's after Shloshim. Matamo Vizim Mishum the Cane and Macha Lashon Brisa my cotton shop. As this indication language of Brisa my cotton the rock beneath Suin also only getting married is also below Erison. You know, it seems like it's not talking about. If that's the case, it's that the Brisa. It's not talking about our engagement. It's talking about the condition without the chuppah. I've got Yavama Sham plead, Rabbi Yehuda, Rabbi Yosef, therefore even the Yavama it's Machlekes, Rabbi Yosef, the us, or the us. You know how to do Eresim, become nevertheless, can the Bryce my cousin ask Rabbi Yehuda the matter, since the Bryce and my cousin is going to Rabbi Yehuda, which permits it, Kaimel we hold to be matter. From Mishnah. But the mother Mativa Tishba Mutari Eretz, and Tishba we also allowed to do Eresim, I think it's about our engagement. Time Hashem then Acha Brachmim, let somebody else come and daven and take her before you. Achanam Babelis, here to Babelis. Avrova Seichel came love. Most of the our rabbis argue with the halacha Rabbi Yossi, and they say halacha that Rabbi Yossi it's also I think it's our engagement to get engaged. From Tisha it's a different type of Avelis, the Avelis in the Korban. But kind of for him, Yeshua ben Tisha Avelis, and it's several differences between the Avelis, Tisha and Avelis on the Korban. Brayso Moikot and Raya from the language of Moikot, but Brayso Moikot there's no evidence. They're not getting the suit in the Rabusa. They're saying the suit for Chiddush Achar Shloshim that you have to move Shloshim is permissible. Chaim Potzer Rabbi Ramav says Shana B'Yeshin the Gamli Aris also called Shloshim Yom. Those who say they also get engaged all 3 days. Also Chaim Ikar Kal Shano Milas. No, must have talked about. No, you talk about the Eris and Mamish, which we don't do anymore. Seven, so I'm not sure why I was spending so much time in it. It says Yeshua the Gamli Aris also called Shloshim Yom. Erusin meaning the Hared Mukudeshesli. It's also all 30 days. Chainika. Okay, and now the Baruch Hashem says Mila, so Shiduchin, but to get engaged, Mutar Fil B'Yam Misa. It's your missile even a day of death. Actually, it's just put off the vote until after 30 days. We learned my a woman, a man's wife dies. Also, he's not allowed to marry another woman. I should love going until 3 Yom Tovim pass. Remember, says on the third Yom if you're permitted. Look, Rabbanan Lidas Ramam Shalos like the Rabbanan. Kasu. Tafka the halacha could even make up other high. You should pass Yehuda since he's the more lenient opinion and pass like the Mekilim by Avelos. Didn't know Shai Avelus. There's nothing to do with Avelus. Avelus Amen Lachar Shloshim. He's not Avelus already after 30 days for a wife. Thereby the Indian Shai Din Avelus ain't in the Shloshim because the Avelus are over for a wife after 30 days. And Pascal was saying about Shulchan Aruch, Lo Yivir Derech Eretz Klal. So therefore, there's some other halacha, and they pass in this way. Avatuk of a course I read is by Ramban, by Rosh Pascal Yehuda, the Dai was Shei Regoim. It's not two Yom Tovim. I ain't shot. So the Arukh HaShulchan says the chain after in the brackets. Arukh HaShulchan says the chain after kind of Shulchan Aruch. Even though we pass him quite like the Shulchan Aruch, we come Shas Adchak. It's Shas Adchak for some reason. They smoke Hadas and Meklim Shnei Regoim, relying those who lean in after two Yom Tovim like Rabbi Yehuda. Davul goes okay, so that's where's it come from? It's not available. What's this halacha? Going below simcha, it's a beautiful idea. Available, but just be three. Your wife died. You be three on the without simcha. Not to forget the love of your wife. Now she saw cheres, or on the flip side, when he married another woman, lo yezocha merishana. She didn't remember the first one. In order not to demean the second one by being still in love with the first one. That's what it says. Another married her when she was not unmarried or married or after she was widowed, or whether it's the first marriage or the second marriage, whether the first wife was these all the first wife, but it doesn't matter how you married the first wife and what number of wives she was, and whether she was healthy or ill. And it doesn't matter, even if they were not getting along. The local rabbanim didn't distinguish when they made the exam. They would come and tell me start business. So as Bab said, other kabbalistic reasons here involved. The bracket says they should stop in Gerushim. Well, okay, what about the case where they decided to get divorced? Well, you speak and then get managed how to get Hachemesa until he died. In Tzorach you have to wait. Based on what I wrote, you have to wait. Pluk, I wanted to make a distinction in Tarkana. Tzorach here, because for the analysis. Hey, Bisha Shemez Bala, a woman whose husband I aim is about Shloshim Yoim. So she's not, her availus is terminated after 30 days. She doesn't have this limitation of 3 Yom Tovim. Rakasuli not said Shloshim v'Shlosh Shloshim, but she's not allowed to get married for 3 months. Mishum Avchara, or distinguish. So that's mean Muber so allowed to know if she's pregnant or not. This is at any age, even if she can't be pregnant because she's too old or such like. Again, it's a blank there, a little plug. Then she's allowed to get married. She doesn't have to read. She doesn't have to wait 3 months, 3 Yom Tovim. It's about time. The reason is the time. Boy, this is pretty. I don't know if this is true. I don't know. That was one is because Isha Kol to Nichala, woman, whatever husband she has, doesn't matter to her. Reuben, Shimon, Levi. Tam Mesa Tandu. She wants to live in tandem. I never realized that. Tandu is like tandem. Same word. I have to make a note of that. And she's very clearly forget the love of her first husband. I don't know. I think it's fakert. It's hard for me to accept this. I think maybe for pragmatic reasons, women had to get married earlier because they were housewives. They had no income. Okay, but that's what it says here. Not required to wait 3 months. Perhaps that's Shan Tavlan Besatan. She needs the income. Okay. Vav, Ashlesh are going to do him the 3. You better know the 3 Yom Tovim by if you got this point there. Parashas Man Kotzer. Sometimes it's a shorter time when she makes it on Pesach. She dies before Pesach, so only a Pesach. She was Sukkot. Sometimes time is longer. She makes it take about Sukkot, right? But after Sukkot, sometimes Shana Shlem, we got a full year. Eshem those who say the Gam Shmini says Chashuk Helu if they absolutely and Zeh. Something Shmini says it's considered to be its own regal, which you consider shorten the time. Short from the Atzma, because it's independent. Yesh Elam Askin is there. Those don't concede that point. The bracket says the Dover Kosher Shachashuk Helu. The Dover says it counts as Yom Tov. But going to Ricky Vega, ain't no maskim. Ricky Vega doesn't agree. Because the Dover misnagged here. Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur, Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur, and they're still not in terms of this matter. Shari lo mikra golim, they're not called regolim, they're not times to be a regal. Brackets it says Erevin Mem Lachain after Aguda pasuk l'chashiv mikra golim and the Aguda Evidently does have psak things like regalim. Achudei chidoy it's das yochiv below kaim on came on paskaway, which cousin because the kesef, the kesef wrote basigo attach may be died when he complains that das brings the opinion. Zayin, the Gemara the Gemara that says the im ain lo banim mutzli sol outside. If he has no children, all bets are off. He can marry immediately. Ma'achar shloshim yom immediately after 30 days, they bit the bir rivya, not to desist from procreating. Chen menichol lo banim ktanim. Also, if she left him small children, mutzli sol out to get married immediately, minei parnasosan, because of sustaining them, not literally parnas like we say all the time to make a living, but to raise the kids. Shetem b'shnegadol something. Somebody to raise his children. Shami sibol shami ozim ein lo mishi yoshem shenem b'shimush atzorich l'tzracham tzarei beso. There's nobody to serve him in the needs which are necessary for his need, for his purposes, and for the needs of his house. And mutar kankin. It's a heter you can drive a tank through. Those who want to say Russian tashmish, im ein lo isha cheres mutar minei shetzoma you nosim shtei noshim. Those those are the, well. Let me read again. Isha as far as those who want to say shimush is Russian tashmish. If he has nobody to whom to have marital relations, klar meaning ein lo isha cheres doesn't have another wife. If he has interesting idea. If he has this guy realized this when he learned it a few minutes ago. This guy could have two wives already, and one of his wives died. He should marry another wife until after 3 years going, even though he still has the first wife, and he's having relations with her the whole time. Okay, that's a fascinating thing. And this is talking about this means if he has a wife, so then he has with whom to have relations. Therefore, she marry his second wife. So after 3 years going, but if he doesn't have a wife, he doesn't have whom to have relations at this point, so he should marry to have in order to have relations. Okay, if he said slayer, but till the garment. When he does this would negate the entire halach of waiting after your wife died. Whoever wrote this, his words have been rejected. Explains Shimush, not a Lashon of Tashmish. And when Arukh HaShulchan brings it down, whether it means it's a stiff to be makel if you're in a pinch. Okay, Ches, Kosar doesn't say so. Probably not. Ches, Kosar being Ramah writes the issue, some say that Abishu Ashir, even if he's rich, he goes better Skola Mishosos, and he can hire servants and maids. Koko never seem ain bito close whatsoever beso if he doesn't have his daughter or his daughter-in-law in his house. Shetucho sham shechapiva sarosh who would help with the shampoo. Interesting, daughter-in-law is help with the shampoo. Shad var she was baish merchem other things he's embarrassed for other people to do for him. Mikra elo misha mishen it's called somebody who has nobody to serve him because it's a private activity. Kol chetz is anything similar. Chem she starve a minute. Therefore, the minute is come shad mekilim beinyan. Many people are leaning this matter. Nothing doesn't talk social going. They are married within 3 Yom Tovim, basically undermining the entire beginning of the simon. While Nefesh Yochush La'atzim, somebody is able to restrain himself, he should restrain himself. Seems to me if he has a business, it's a storekeeper, or some other business, he can't rely on people from outside the family. So it's like he does the same in the servant. Others will look for reasons why this halacha is so light in our hands. Those who say something like that's a Rambam, they rely on the Rambam to Eresin Mutter, Eresin's Mutter, that's Leno, Eresin Mishas, and Nisuin. Eresin is Mutter, and by us, Eresin is time Nisuin. So we can't, since we can't do Eresin separately with Manazeh, which we would have to do in order to prevent other people from usurping the shidduch. So therefore, you gotta get married. Let somebody come and sweep up this woman. Tam choshu, it's a weak reason. Yesh goes to those who are the zel rakim makom should noisim shtei noshim meisachas mem. It's only where he had two wives and one of them died. We already explained that that's not the case. Yesh one of those who say came at a time mishum ma'ava. So the issue is because of love. He can't even yadanu should start no love. If we know he hated her, there's no problem. She was sick. For example, is pretty adamant here. Somebody who's God-fearing, fulfilled the words of Chachamim according to their proper way. Which write 3 Yom Tovim. Ein echad me'ashlosh hatem shneu nemu b'Gemara. B'Yushalmi doesn't one of the 3 heterim that doesn't have children, or he has small children, or he needs somebody to help him in the house in some other way. In practice, and I'm not sure what he says, but whatever the Chazim Sofer says, ain't the Rakara Shah, was only a Rasha not to be extrapolated from. I looked it up. It's a complicated case. Looks like a big Rebbe his wife die, and he had people in the house, even a daughter and a daughter-in-law, but he had a hoif, he had a chutzner, and he needed a Rebbetzin who was able to handle such a hoif. He found a Rebbetzin who was a widow of a similar Rebbe. He wanted to marry her after two Yom Tovim, and there the Chasam Sofer permitted it. And that the Arukh HaShulchan is saying that that's an outlying case. Okay, we'll stop here.